some intriguing and very hilarious hypocrisy from certain YouTubers who fell in love with the Peter Jackson films, and although they say they don't want any more adaptations, were embracing this new project with Philippa, which is basically an anime adaptation of a very, very small part of the books in the appendices. And before they were very enthusiastic, but more recently they're getting very, very nervous.
Tom's daughter, who they've chosen to name Hera, will play some key role after the fall of Edoras to Wolf and the death of Haleth. And I really don't think that Professor Tolkien would hate this, Boyens says, because I always see him as a bit of a Mercian himself, being from Midlands. And that's the difference between what they are doing and what Amazon is doing. They are really taking characters that appeared in the books, and the only downside I see in the name of Hera, which she explains it a little bit.
Alleged Tolkien fan was like, yes, yes, Philippa, yes, more. I love this. No rings of power. No. Seemed a little bit moderate, but then as they learned more and more, they got more and more angry. I did like, however, that he was okay with some radical changes.
One key character is Wolf, one of the main antagonists. According to Kamiyama, the first anonymous response from the female staff regarding Wolf was to make him hot. He's going to be doing pretty bad things, so he better be someone beautiful. That's cute.
Project is shaping up to be basically Buffy and Angel. I knew that Philippa is not very creative, and she was using a lot of Buffy for her work on Lord of the Rings with Peter Jackson. And I'm not a massive Xena Warrior Princess fan, but definitely they also took from Xena. They're not very creative. In fact, they're using a lot of the old work they used for Lord of the Rings for this project, so it looks very lazy cash grab, but maybe it will be good. But I just bask in the sheer insanity of this person trying to find a principled reason why they're turning against this project.
Going to be like, oh, like go slay queen, female power, girl power, anime, Japanese style anime expanding upon Tolkien's works. I mean, yeah, there will be like 1,000 people saying, I'll remain cautiously optimistic. Yeah, fine. I remain realistically pessimistic. That's what I wanted to say. Right then, so
Philippa and Peter Jackson, they never failed me, so I'm very, very optimistic. And now, apparently, it's going to be a feminist fairy tale. It's like, no, it's going to be anime, no, and all this other stuff. It's like, wait, didn't you endorse this before? You endorsed this before there was anything solid. It's like, I'm very, very hopeful, but now apparently it's going to be a very feminist project. And there you go. Now it's like alarm bells. But it's okay for them to make Wolf hot. Is that in the book? Oh, no, it's not in the books. Some very amusing hypocrisy from the Peter Jackson fans trying to find a reason to hate Rings of Power, but still like Peter Jackson and Philippa, even though they're not obeying the text. In fact, they're bragging. They're not going to be constrained by the text. If you're a Buffy fan, this is interesting, but they are radically different mythologies. Similar sources like the King Arthur myth, especially season 7, but again, Tolkien was just not a fan of fairy tales, and that is what Buffy is. I'll be open-minded. Maybe it will be good. Maybe it will be bad. I'm very pessimistic it will be good, but I'll give it a chance. But a lot of warning signs. And I warned people in other videos. Way ahead of my time, as always.
Fine, for me, an anime, it doesn't go with Tolkien at all. Like, at all. And yes, I know, some of...
A few moments ago.
Still not a fan of adaptations, and I would not touch Tolkien's work ever again. Not adapt them, not make a sequel, not make a prequel, not make a remake of anything. Just read the books. I will admit that if I had to choose between the War of the Rohirrim and the Rings of Power, I will choose the War of the Rohirrim 1,000 times, 100,000 times over the Rings of Power. And I am quite interested in this particular animated movie. And actually, I can't wait to see it.